Everyone loves a young Brazilian wonder kid, don't they? Well, today, looking at one just like that. Here we go. What's happening, folks, and welcome to another episode of Stars of Tomorrow, an FM22 series where we look at the young talent on Football Manager and we see how they get on and how they develop, of course, their careers, to give you guys a heads up before you buy them yourself. Don't forget down below, guys, there's two channels down below, my FIFA channel and my non-football related channel as well, which could be uploaded at maybe a slightly lesser schedule than these two main ones, but it's could be uploaded on a semi-regular basis as well as this one. And I hope you guys find something to enjoy there. Discord down below as well, which has got a section in Discord where you can put your player suggestions. Obviously, you won't join us for that, but there's plenty in there to get involved in as well. But if you want to put a comment section and get a player featured, feel free to put it down below. Discord's better. I get a conversation with you guys and I get a guaranteed notification. Don't always get it on YouTube. Today's player is Angelo, a Brazilian right winger who's got a maximum potential rating 180. I have set it to that because that is what I do on this series. I set the potential to the maximum so you guys know that that's the highest it can get to. PS5 making noise. Oh, noise was it again? So yeah, this is Angelo. Now obviously he's 16 years old, so bear that in mind if your league has a requirement like that for signing players. I've done a scout report for him as well. At Man United, it's just the consistency. 2-star current ability, 4-star potential, maybe 5-star. Not interested in joining transfer at the moment. The main things that stand out are can play in two positions, fair amount of pace, and fairly consistent performer. And again, fairly susceptible to injury, so we've got to bear that in mind when we do this review. Right then, so what are his player traits? Nothing at the moment. He's got very strong on the left foot, reasonable on his right foot, and there's the two positions he can play there. Stats that stand out for you: dribbling, technique, and general pace, and obviously flair 15. A lot of potential in this guy. Is there a risk clause in his contract? Yes, there's domestic risk clause, so obviously maybe not won't apply to you. Maybe we are managing in Brazil. Anyway, let's get to the first jump, shall we, and see how he gets on the first 3 or 4 years. Alright folks, he's gone to Tottenham, and you can see here the main stats still are the flair, technique, the dribbling, and the physical is still really high agility, acceleration and pace. No player traits on him there. Nice solid player, good age now, needs football. Injury record, not too worrying. We had a previous player that was injury prone, had a lot more than this. So how much did they get him for? So at Santos he got 13 and 8, then 9 and 8, then 15 and 9. Then Tottenham got him. He's barely played. Obviously he's only played 5 games, got 1 assist. But £20 million, not a bad deal. That's a pretty good deal for him, really, to be honest with you. Now looking at his traits, there's still nothing on here yet, like we said, so that's interesting. But I think this guy, you could play him as striker. The finish is not far away. It's on 12. The triangle, I call it the finishing, composure and technique. I call it the finishing triangle that I look for, because the composure, technique and finishing, I think they all kind of connect together a little bit. But I think the dribbling and the pace, you were better using him out wide, to be honest with you. Now he's in the Premier League. We want to see if he's going to actually kick on in the Premier League or not. Hopefully he will. Let's find out. Alright folks, he's now at Liverpool, and look at the pace. This is what I knew would be a guaranteed winner with this guy. The pace is insane. He's got more traits on, some traits on now, which we'll look at those in a second. But look at the anticipation, the decisions, the flair, the composure is good, technique's good, the finish is not bad either. Work on that finishing would be a priority for me if I was managing him, try and get that to like at least 15, if not higher. Not great crossing on the ball, but he likes to. I think he's more of a goal scorer than a creative player, to be honest. So the injury record, which was a problem. Okay, there's a long list of injuries here. Again, it comes down to personal preference. Do you think this is, or personal opinion, is this injury prone or not? Do you look at length or do you look at amount? But there is the information you need to make that decision for yourselves. So, what are his new player traits? He's got to get forward wherever he can, does not dive in tackles, and cuts inside from right wing. So, definitely more creative player, linking out striker, and maybe a cam as well if you got that in there. So, how did he do at Tottenham then? So, we saw the first season he got 1 goal, and he got 7 and 7. then 6 and 2. Liverpool bought him for £82 million. Minimum fee was 69 million. Mine's out the gutter. 14 goals and 6 assists in the first season, and this year 8 and 3. Liverpool have overpaid. I think it's that pace that's done it. The pace has done it. He's a very pacey player, so naturally that seems to increase the price on him. But again, not terrible player. I think he'll get past a lot of people just by sheer strength and pace alone, and get opportunities. Get good opportunities. So that finishing gets a bit higher. He could definitely do a lot better with 8 goals a season. So let's see how he does at Liverpool. On the PSG, and oh my god, this guy is good. I like him a lot. Look at the mentals. 18, 16, 16, 16, 16. I can't talk. Too many episodes, of course. There's like 9 videos today I record on a Sunday. Physical, look at the pace. And you know I'm a sucker for a pacey winger. Dribbling, first touch, technique, all looking good. Crossing a bit better now, which is good to see. Long shots, not great, but 12 again, it's not terrible. It's about halfway to 20, I suppose, if you look at it that way. What are his player traits now? Now he's at PSG, same as before. What is his injury record? Again, this is the concern. This is the concern for me. I'd be very worried about this personally. I'm going to sign Sky Football Manager myself anyway on FM. But yeah, that's something I'd be a bit concerned about, me personally. So looking at this, looking good. How much did PSG pay for him in the end? 92. So 14 and 6 for Liverpool, then 8 and 3, then 12 and 6, 16 and 3, and then 11 and 1, and then 14 and 5. So quite consistent, like 10 goals a season-ish, roughly, on average. Not terrible, is it? It's pretty good, if I'm honest. I'd be very pleased if I was him with that goal return. So he's done it in 2 leagues. I think the only downside to this guy is the injury record, and I think working at finishing a bit higher. Again, we don't know if he's been lucky, but he's getting 14 goals a season, so it's not terrible, is it? But I think with that finishing a bit higher, with the pace he's got and the mental stats he has as well, he could definitely score more than he can get into 20 goals a season easily, I think. We're going to do 3 more years and just see how he gets on at PSG with goal return, and see if he gets that 20 goal season mark, which I think he's capable of doing. Okay, as you see now, guys, he's 30 years old, so these stats are going to drop down a little bit. The technicals and mentals basically stay the same. It's just the fact that the physicality is a bit less, but still pretty good for a 30-year-old, isn't it, to be honest? Again, same player traits. I think the injury record's going to be higher as well. Yeah, it's still a long list of injuries there, isn't it? That's something you get to be aware of with this guy signing him. So PSG, he got 11 and 1, 14 and 5, 14 and 7, 13 and 7, 12. Quite consistent then, about 10 goals a season, between 10 and 14 goals a season, this guy. Downsides to him, injury proneness could be a problem. I think the other downside is that if you don't get him early on in the game, you will pay a fortune for him. Maybe that finishing could be worked on. The plus side is he's got great mental stats, he's very quick, he's got a lot of flair, and I think he'd be fantastic for you in your team, but you've got to be aware of those injuries as well. But I think you get him earlier on, you work on that finishing, get a bit higher, then you'll do very well with him. And I'm going to sign him on my Probably Night 7 going to start this evening when I've done all 18 recording for you beautiful people. So if you have enjoyed the episode, I hope you have enjoyed it. Hit the like button down below. Subscribe if you're new as well for daily FM content in your inbox, apart from Sunday, day off for uploads. Down below my TV channel and my non-football related Let's Play channel down below as well. And I'll catch you all in the next video. If you've got a player you want me to look at, feel free to put them in the comment section, or better yet, join Discord and get involved in all the discussions that are going to be going in there. I really want to get that active this year, or get it active, but of course I understand you're not going to join us for that, to make a comment about a player to do. But if you want to join Discord as well and interact with me about my channel and your says and whatever, I'd love to hear from you. But until next time, thank you so much for watching. Bye bye.